Welcome everybody to Master Academy. This is the Commuter. Now, it's gonna get a little bit confusing, so allow me to explain. Every time I commute, whether I'm driving to a photo shoot or I'm driving to filming, to a stage, or whatever it is that I'm doing, I kind of don't want to waste that time, so I use this time to answer your questions and to explain basically what I'm working on. So I think it's kind of a cool way for all of us to connect, and you just have to imagine that you're just like riding with me right here, sitting with me in the car and just like have a commute. So these videos are not polished. If I stuttered, they just like continue to be exactly as they are. And these are all gonna go inside Skooll, which is an amazing platform and an amazing community that supports each other and supports content creators. Way more than I think than other platforms. I think I found my little spot where I really like to be. So I'm gonna try as much as I can to stay in Skooll and give you as much content as possible. And the Commuter, which is kind of a little like a fast podcast that we're going to be putting together, is the unpolished versions of us just like being on the road and just talking about stuff. So welcome, first thing, to Master Academy. So this is going to be probably like my first video for presenting what Master Academy is and what is Æternum Mentis. So I'm going to keep it short, but I want you guys to understand what it is. Æternum Mentis is the brand that I felt that is much closer to me. It formerly was known as Creative Spades. I had a company since 2011, but I've been a creative director and director of photography for over 30 years now. We're 2026 right now. So I had by a fluke or luck, I don't know how we want to say it, but I had a chance to work with one of the biggest brands in the world in fashion and many other brands that are related to food, automotive, publishing, newspapers, magazines, travel, and everything in between. So now I want to collect all this information and leave it as a legacy for all of you to enjoy and become from a creative person to a creative director or a director of photography. They're two complete different things. So this is where I closed Creative Spades, and I believe that now Æternum Mentis is something that resonates much more with me, and I kind of like it, so I'm going to keep the name. I love the logo, which is an A and an E put together kind of in a diamond shape, and we'll talk about that in the design part, which is, I think, is kind of a cool way how I achieve designs. We're going to talk about how I do photography, how I do cinematography, and instead of doing it with a suit and tie and behind on a black screen and just talk about stuff kind of in a polished way, I'm going to show you the messy process of how I reach those moments of clarity and how I reach those moments of creating something. Why is this important? What I see everywhere, and I think it's skewing our the perception of how the creative realm is that you see an example like on Instagram. It's like I don't know, they're doing wainscoting and all of a sudden they just, snap and the wainscoting is done. And while we do know that that is not the real process, but nobody really shows you that you have to go and design it, an example, on a 3D software. Then you have to try to put the lights to see how it's actually going to look on your walls. Then you have to probably take a photo of your living room and start doing that wainscoting to make sure that, does it look right? Are like the bevels like exactly how you want them? Like is like the shape or the design or the look something that you really like or going to like? Because after that, you can't just start slapping things on the wall how they show you on Instagram. An example, another part is that you have to go into, I don't know, Home Depot or Rona, whatever it is, or to your hardware store in order to get the pieces and make sure that you cut them right. So there's mistakes, there's errors, all that sort of stuff. Then you have to paint them, you have to see how it looks. And then you might not end up liking it even after all this. So the creation process is the messy process. When you put down the tape on the wall, when you put the tarp on the floors, and when you're painting and you're creating all that. This is the part that is missing. AI, unfortunately, kills this process even more because there is no messy process. An example, for a photo shoot, you don't have to do much. You just write a prompt and that it comes. And if you don't like it, you rewrite the prompt. Or you even, if you're lazy, you ask ChatGPT to write you a prompt based on that prompt, and he will fix it for you, and then you just paste it into Nano Banana or Seedance or whatever it is, like the latest technology, and you all by magic receive this photo, image, video, whatever it is. So there is no messy process. This, on the other hand, Master Academy is different. Master Academy is an academy that's going to tell you exactly the messy process to become from a creative person to a creative director. This is extremely important because the process is never linear. If you want to take a photo shoot with an example like a model, or you want to create a scene, first things first, you have to know how to use your camera, what lenses you're going to be using, what is the look and feel that you want to achieve. And after that, you have to go and find the location. The location is going to take a lot of time because you have to go through the calendar, you have to book the places or ask for permits. And there's so much more that you have to do because then you have to connect with makeup artists, stylists, designers, hairstylists, the models itself, and then you have to try over and over and over, and maybe after 400, 500, 600 shots, you probably just got one. So this is the messy process. This is how creativity has always been. And in all fairness, like, I would never want it any different way. If I have to make a clay vase, I want my hands to be completely messed up with clay and water and have a mess everywhere in order to achieve my final masterpiece. If I'm doing a sculpture in clay, it'd be the same thing. I really don't want my hands to be clean or just to type something and have something pop up just by magic. I really don't want that. I love the messy process of getting the lenses, cleaning the cameras, make sure that everything is charged and backed up. There's some sort of magic happening there. There's a love, a passion. There's something happening that I really truly love in this process. That prompting really doesn't work for me. It never will. I love culling and I get frustrated. The process is not just enjoyment, it's also massive frustration. Because obviously you have to go through photos that you don't like. You don't see them polished, you see the raw photos. And let's all be honest here. Every single photographer hates their raw footage. If you don't hate your raw footage, you're not doing it right. Because your raw footage most likely is probably crap. But after, you will find in there that kind of diamond. It's not nice, it's not shiny, but then you know that if you take a little bit off the background, if you like start blurring out a little bit of the images on some sides, you add some vignetting, or you do some photoshopping, or you make it black and white, you can see that that rough diamond starts to shine. And that shining takes a very long time. I don't even believe in AI software that is going to do the culling for me or is going to do the editing for me. So if you are interested in understanding what the true process is of being a creative person, going above and beyond the messy process, but diving into it deeply. If you want to get not only your feet wet, but literally your entire body entrenched into the messiest process ever, this is Master Academy. This is what I'm going to give you, and I can guarantee you there's nothing like this anywhere else. If you want the straight solution from A to B, how to do it fast and quick, this is not your courses whatsoever. Most of the time I'm going to start a video, I'm going to start a process not knowing where I'm going, and I'm going to share those feelings, those emotions, and being like frustrated with you guys in order for you to understand that this is reality. This is not prompted, this is not prescripted. I didn't arrive to the solution after months of work and then I'm going to come there and serve you on a silver platter. This is how you do it. You click here, that's the result. It doesn't make any sense for one huge and fundamental reason, is that you are not going to go through that process if you truly want to be a creator. You want to go through the process. How did I reach that solution? What was the thought process behind? Why does he back up the footage in this determined way? What are the softwares that he uses to back up? What is the rationale behind backing up? How does he do the culling of, I don't know, terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of footage? All this is extremely important. We have now something that is a massive tool. And while these courses may seem that they are done, they are not. Every single silo that you will find on Skooll, and it will be related to photography, cinematography, video editing, starting your own business, none of them will be done. I promise you this. Subscribe, because what is going to happen is that every time I find a class, a moment, or something that happened in life that I know is of extreme value to you, I want you to look at it. I want you to see it, I want you to understand it, and I want you to become that person that can find the solution on your own. If AI is something that is making people dumber and dumber, Master Academy is going to make you smarter and smarter. because I'm never gonna spoon feed you a solution. What I'm going to be doing for sure is gonna give you a path to understand how I got to that solution. And here a little disclaimer. If you made it all the way here, I can guarantee you, I don't have all the answers. But what I do, I know how to get those answers. And you're gonna be doing the same. The process that I do might not work at all for you, but I can guarantee you is gonna make that light bulb pop up, and then you're gonna say, hey, I got it. I understand it. It's not what he's doing. It's not important that he does it that way, because I found my own way to solve this problem. Not through AI, not through anything that is related to the simple, easy, cheap solutions, but through a brain process gonna make you much better as a creator. We're gonna be diving into web design, logo design, photo editing, video editing, filming, cinematography, photography, and every single thing that I know how to do to bring you to do one thing with me. Create your company and create your project. I know they seem like two, but they're not, they're the same. Let me explain. Your company is something that will have to be encompassed into something bigger, your masterpiece. Whether it's a book, whether it's, I don't know, the movie that you're doing, a short movie or something of that caliber, I want you to do it with me. We will start it together and we'll keep each other accountable. I'm doing my own book and I'm doing my own movie. It might take a very, very long time, and definitely it's not gonna be a Lord of the Rings or the Avengers. That I do know. But there is something important. There's something vital of this process. It's gonna be my legacy of my life because it's unique. And the same way my life is unique, your life is unique as well. So tell that story. Let's start filming it. Let's start editing it. You don't have to have massive tools. We don't have to go on a Panavision. We don't have to be filming it with an Arri. I will teach you how to get such incredible content. I will teach you how to edit it in order to make it look exactly like the big movies. I will have a step-by-step just for you to make you understand that even if shot with the little gear that we do have, we can make incredible content. It doesn't have to look bad. It can look incredible. And I promise you we'll go through gear, we'll be geeking out on pixels, we'll be doing everything that is the fun part of the creative. It will be messy, it's gonna be a long journey, and this is why I really hope that you guys reach to this point and I'm gonna make a little bit of a leap of faith to become part of my community. Skooll is a fantastic place to be. Master Academy is gonna be where I'm gonna deliver everything that I spoke here, but so much more. You're gonna have an incredible amount of information, and it all will be scattered because life is like that. One day we're gonna be working on the book, the next day you're gonna be working on the movie, and the day, I don't know, the day after you're probably gonna be on the website. The problem is not what you're doing in that moment. The problem is that once you got that couple of informations, that kind of workflow, you can proceed on your own. And you're always gonna be there having the support on Skooll, not only of the community, but my personal support. I'm constantly there. I'm ditching all sorts of other social media because I don't believe that it actually creates for me some sort of connection. So I need to be connected to the people that want to do something with me. If you want to do something very important in your life, if you want to leave a legacy, if you want your movie to be there, you're going to feel incredibly overwhelmed at every step of the way. I promise you, on Skooll, we're going to be there to support each other. I'm constantly there, and you guys are going to see some behind the scenes, the new projects that I'm working on. I did lately a real great photo shoot, and I was frustrated. So I'm not going to tell you that it was nice, I'm not going to tell you that it was beautiful, and I'm not going to tell you that it turned out great. I'm going to tell you that I'm frustrated right now because I started to work on something and have so many other projects, a war movie, a travel series. We've been in the darkest Amazonas forest in a tribe that didn't even want to see us, but then somehow we connected with the community and they gave us a chance to film. It's something that is so exclusive that you guys cannot even imagine. There's so many things that I want to give to you guys that I cannot condense it here. This video is already way too long. So subscribe to Skooll, the link you'll find it below in the description, and if you guys are there, I promise you, what you will see on these channels, you'll never see anywhere else. I'm Sergio. Thank you for being in my creative world. This is Æternum Mentis, and you guys are on Master Academy. Welcome to my world.